Talk about your son a little bit and some of the things that you noticed with him and what worked that were drugless, I guess.
Okay. So when he was born, he was constantly crying, and so we started doing our research and found out that his symptoms were consistent with being colicky, and knowing that we didn't want to go. We didn't want to medicate him, certainly as a newborn child. We didn't want to vaccinate. We didn't want to do any of those things. So we knew that our options in the drugless world for a newborn baby were quite limited. So we still continued our research, and in a random conversation with my brother, found out that he brought my nephew here when he was a newborn baby for his just general wellness and all that kind of stuff. Had nothing but great things to say about the drugless doctors. So, and that was consistent with what we were finding in our research, because through the medical industry, they consider colic as being, just something you have to live through and let it, kind of run its course. And sometimes it's 3 months, sometimes it's a year, but you're kind of stuck with it. And I just did not accept that as an answer. I knew there was a better answer to get him just feeling better. Whatever was causing his pain, whatever was causing his discomfort, I knew there was a drugless answer for it. So having that conversation with my brother was really all I needed to hear, and we booked our appointment with Dr. Kaysen and came here for his first evaluation, and have had such an incredible experience that my wife and I have started our own general wellness program here as well. And we've been coming here for probably the last 4 or 5 months, and look forward to our visits every Wednesday when we show up for our adjustments. It's genuinely fun to be here. The people when you walk in the door are genuinely happy to be here, and it's quite a fulfilling experience.
You mentioned vaccines.
Yes.
That's a hot topic, and it's very polarizing. What sort of advice have you received here about those and about what you can do as an alternative?
It was talking with Dr. Kaysen in our initial evaluation. She was very happy to hear that we were choosing not to vaccinate, and that was kind of the fortification that I needed to hear, that just back up that the decision that we were making was in fact the right one. And it's, to hear it from a professional or from somebody that's having tons of success with babies, with young adults, to hear that as being something that she believes in as well. We're not looking to really replace vaccines with anything other than general wellness. Making sure that his immune system is running top notch all the time, and just using that proactive approach, throughout his entire childhood, throughout his life as a baby and into his childhood, and I don't foresee it really becoming an issue.
For yourself and your wife, you said you come here for a wellness program. What sort of things do you do that support that? What sort of things do you do here or at home?
They've put us, they've shown us what they call the anti-inflammatory diet, and it's just a list of foods that promote, anti-inflammatory. They're anti-inflammatory foods. So it's really just, when we're focusing on that, we're getting rid of all the things that were causing potential inflammatory related issues in our bodies, and just with that change alone. We're seeing, increased energy. We're seeing, Stephanie, in 6 months, 6 months out of, from having a baby is, back to her, is below her pre-baby weight, with zero effort. I mean, it was really incredible the things that we were seeing with really just making better choices in our lives.